Few things in life are as haunting as the tragedies that have shaped our world. From natural disasters to man-made accidents, history is filled with devastating events that have shocked and saddened us all. Among the most chilling are the deadliest accidents, those moments in time when lives were lost in unimaginable numbers. As we look back on these incidents, we're reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of safety measures. In this article, we'll explore the top 10 deadliest accidents in history, from the sinking of the Titanic to the nuclear disaster at Chernobyl. These moments may be haunting, but they're also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of tragedy. Join us as we take a sobering look at some of the most devastating accidents in history. Chernobyl Disaster. On April 26, 1986, a routine test at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine went horribly wrong. The reactor's core exploded, releasing a massive amount of radioactive material into the air. The disaster was the worst nuclear accident in history, and it had far-reaching consequences. The explosion killed 2 workers immediately, and more than 24 others died in the following weeks from acute radiation sickness. The radiation released into the atmosphere contaminated the surrounding area and had long-term effects on the population. The disaster forced the evacuation of around 50,000 people from the nearby town of Pripyat and had a devastating impact on the environment. The Chernobyl disaster remains a stark reminder of the dangers of nuclear power and the importance of safety protocols. Bhopal gas tragedy. In the early hours of December 3, 1984, a gas leak from a pesticide plant in Bhopal, India, led to one of the deadliest industrial disasters in history. The gas leak was caused by a failure in one of the plant's storage tanks, and the resulting cloud of toxic gas spread through the surrounding area. The gas caused respiratory problems, blindness, and other health issues, and the death toll climbed rapidly. Estimates of the number of people who died as a result of the gas leak vary widely, but the most reliable estimates put the number at around 3,500. Tens of thousands of others suffered long-term health effects, and the disaster had a devastating impact on the local community. The Bhopal gas tragedy remains a stark reminder of the importance of industrial safety and the need to protect workers and communities from the dangers of hazardous materials. Tangshan earthquake. On July 28, 1976, the city of Tangshan in China was hit by a massive earthquake. The earthquake, which had a magnitude of 7.6, lasted for 23 seconds and was one of the deadliest in history. The earthquake destroyed almost all of the buildings in the city and caused massive landslides that buried many of the city's residents. The death toll from the Tangshan earthquake is estimated to be between 240,000 and 655,000, with many others suffering from injuries or being displaced from their homes. The disaster remains one of the most devastating natural disasters in history, and it serves as a reminder of the need for robust infrastructure and emergency preparedness. Titanic Disaster. On April 14, 1912, the Titanic, the largest and most luxurious ship of its time, struck an iceberg on its maiden voyage. The ship was thought to be unsinkable, but the collision caused a massive gash in the hull, and the ship began to sink. Despite the efforts of the crew and passengers, the ship went down, and more than 1,500 people lost their lives. The sinking of the Titanic was a tragedy that shocked the world and led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations. The disaster remains a poignant reminder of the risks of hubris and the need for caution in the face of new technology. Halifax Explosion. On December 6, 1917, the French cargo ship Mont Blanc collided with the Norwegian vessel Emo in the harbor of Halifax, Nova Scotia. The collision caused a massive explosion that devastated the city and killed more than 2,000 people. The Halifax explosion was one of the deadliest accidents in Canadian history, and it had a significant impact on the city and the surrounding area. The explosion was caused by the cargo ship's cargo of explosives, which detonated after the collision. The disaster remains a stark reminder of the need for caution when handling hazardous materials. Hurricane Katrina. On August 29, 2005, Hurricane Katrina made landfall in Louisiana, causing widespread devastation and loss of life. The hurricane was one of the deadliest and costliest natural disasters in U.S. history, with more than 1,800 people losing their lives and damage estimated at $125 billion. The disaster exposed significant shortcomings in emergency preparedness and response, and it led to significant changes in disaster management policies. The impact of Hurricane Katrina continues to be felt in the region today, and it serves as a reminder of the importance of resilience and community support in the face of adversity. Fukushima Disaster. On March 11, 2011, a massive earthquake and tsunami struck the coast of Japan, causing widespread damage and loss of life. The disaster also led to a nuclear meltdown at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, which released significant amounts of radioactive material into the environment. The Fukushima disaster was one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, and it had far-reaching consequences for the region and the world. The disaster led to the evacuation of around 150,000 people from the surrounding area and had significant economic and environmental impacts. The disaster remains a stark reminder of the risks associated with nuclear power and the need for robust safety protocols. Piper Alpha Disaster. On July 6, 1988, a massive explosion occurred on the Piper Alpha oil rig in the North Sea. The explosion caused a fire that burned for several days, and the disaster remains one of the deadliest in the history of the oil industry. The Piper Alpha disaster led to the deaths of 167 workers, and it had a significant impact on the industry and safety regulations. The disaster remains a stark reminder of the risks associated with offshore drilling and the need for robust safety protocols. Space Shuttle Challenger Disaster. On January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after takeoff, killing all 7 crew members on board. The disaster was caused by a faulty O-ring on one of the shuttle's solid rocket boosters, which led to a catastrophic failure of the shuttle's fuel tank. The Challenger disaster was a tragedy that shocked the world and led to significant changes in space exploration safety protocols. The disaster remains a poignant reminder of the risks associated with space exploration and the need for caution and diligence in the face of new challenges. Conclusion. The deadliest accidents in history are a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of safety measures. From natural disasters to man-made accidents, these incidents have left their mark on the world and have led to significant changes in how we approach safety and disaster management. As we reflect on these tragedies, we're reminded of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity and the importance of community support in times of crisis. Let us learn from the past and continue to work towards a safer, more resilient future.